This is Ctc News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Ctc Stations, Dutch Korea. Sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Wednesday, November 28, 2012. Good evening, I am Wesley Kotar, and this is Ctc News, broadcasting live from Ctc Studios at Station Mall. In tonight's headlines, workshop for inspectors of weights and measures, Stenapa to research endangered iguana, and Governor de Graaf students gets nature tour. More details after a word from our sponsors.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, don't have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at City Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At City Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. City Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Ctc News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The Economic Affairs Department in St. Eustatius organized a 4-day workshop on inspections of weights and measurements. Director of the Department for Weights and Measurements in Curaçao, Ronnie Cornelius, visited the island to inspect businesses that use scales to weigh in their products, including the pumps at Statia's 2 gasoline stations. Cornelius was assisted by 5 new inspectors, Francel Yanga, Roderick Martes and Randall Barnabela from Bonaire, and Errol Busby and Wilma von Soest from St. Eustatius. These 5 were trained in the Netherlands to become metrology inspectors and will carry out inspections in the Caribbean Netherlands based on the verification law, EICVET-BES. As of 2013, Busby and von Soest will conduct inspections in Statia after all the necessary equipment has arrived from the Netherlands and the final practical exercise has been completed. The local Lesser Antillean iguana, Iguana delicatissima, is critically endangered on St. Eustatius. The species exists on just a few Caribbean islands. Juvenile iguana is sometimes eaten by the red-bellied racer snake, which is a natural predator. However, older iguanas are often at risk from pet dogs. Statia's residents are requested to contact the National Parks Office if they see an iguana and let them know where they saw it. All sightings will be recorded for a research project to assess the population of this rare species. Any persons having an iguana nesting in their backyard are requested to ensure the nest is safe from pet dogs by fencing it off. St. Eustatius National Park Stenapa can assist with this if necessary. Female iguanas dig a hole up to 90 centimeters under the ground to lay their eggs, which can take around 3 months to hatch. SNAPA welcomes all information about iguanas and can help to safely remove any iguanas that may become stuck in fences or are considered unwanted guests in yards. The national parks can be contacted on 318-2884. The public is also reminded that due to their very low numbers on the island, it is forbidden by law to eat the iguanas. This species is often confused with the common green iguana, which can be found in huge numbers on many other Caribbean islands. The green iguana has black bands down its tail and is so abundant that it can be eaten without harming the population. The lesser Antillean iguana, however, only exists in limited numbers on Statia, Dominica, Saint Bart's, Anguilla, and parts of Martinique and Guadeloupe. The species also used to live on St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Martin. However, due to the introduction of the mongoose, these populations are now extinct. Introduction of the green iguanas is also responsible for wiping in the native lesser Antillean iguana on other islands. Governor de Graaf school pupils and their teachers went on a nature excursion Friday morning on the guidance of the St. Eustatius National Parks SNAPA Director Steve Pointek. During the excursion, the youngsters obtained information pertaining to the trees, birds, and other animals to be found on the island. SNAPA has a plan to visit all the schools in St. Eustatius and give information about the various projects the National Parks is involved in. Tonight in regional news, new Curaçao government ready for allocation of ministerial posts, Jamaica Parliament to ban jeans, miniskirts. More on these regional headlines after a short break.
Mommy! Mommy!
Yes, sweetheart.
You know what I want for my birthday?
What?
You know the things that be on Ctc TV? That's what I want for my birthday.
Oh, you know, I was thinking about doing that for you, you know. I was really thinking about doing that for you. I find that it's so unique. You know the songs that they play and the beautiful pictures that they display? Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so nice. And you know, it's only $45 and I want you to be queen for that day. So I will, listen, your birthday is February 14th. So, and you have to carry it in a week in advance. So you come. Let's get an album right now and start looking at the pictures. You like this one? Okay.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at City Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At City Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. City Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Ctc News, sponsored by Ctc Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The political parties PS, PAIS, PNP, and Independent Member of Parliament Glenn Sulvaran have reached an agreement on the distribution of portfolios for the transition government in Curaçao. PAIS negotiator and director Stanley Palm told the Dutch newspaper Amigo. The parties were given 2 days to nominate candidates for the various ministerial posts. Distribution of these posts will go according to the seats each party has in Parliament. PS is the largest party with 5 seats, so it will get 4 ministerial posts. These are Prime Minister and General Affairs, Health, Environment and Nature, GMN, Education, Culture and Sports, OWCS, and Social Development, Labor and Welfare, SOAW. The post of Minister Plenipotentiary at The Hague will fall under General Affairs, will also come to PS. PAIS, with its 4 seats, will get 3 ministerial posts: Economic Development, MEO, Planning and Administrative Services, BPD, and Justice. PAIS will continue with the post of Deputy Prime Minister and President of Parliament. PNP has 1 seat and is thus entitled to 1 ministerial post. During the negotiations, they opted for the post of Traffic, Transport, and Urban Planning, VVRP. Sulvaran, a former PAR member, will get Finance. On Jamaica, the House of Representatives is expected to ban the wearing of jeans, miniskirts, and sleeveless clothing in the public gallery as part of its first ruling on the dress code for people entering the Gordon House. The ban is likely to be extended to all sleeveless clothing, crop pants, halter tops, tube tops, tank tops, t-shirts, slippers with thongs, and flip-flops. Women must wear clothing not exposing any body part or look indecent, and men must at least wear a buttoned shirt. Members of Parliament and media personnel will be required to wear business suits and neckties for the men and a sleeved business dress or skirt suit of modest length or pantsuit for women. Students and members of the security forces must wear their uniforms. The information was contained in a report from the House's Standing Orders Committee, chaired by the Speaker, Michael Pert, and triggered by a motion tabled by opposition MP Everald Warmington on February 7th. Warmington had criticized the lack of dress code for the Gordon House and its reliance on Sir Erskine May's parliamentary practices, considered the Bible of Westminster practices in the UK for guidance. In international news, study leaves women with conflicting advice on mammograms. Controversial U.S. guidelines for mammography issued in 2009, calling for screening every 2 years rather than annually for women over 50 years old, can result in breast cancers being missed, according to the U.S. researchers studying the hotly debated topic. This latest study, assessing the impact of revised guidelines issued by the U.S. Preventative Service Task Force 3 years ago, comes on the back of a chilling analysis published last week in the New England Journal of Medicine. The New England Journal of Medicine study, using 3 decades of U.S. government data, found that nearly 1 in 3 patients, or 1.3 million women whose cancer was detected through routine mammograms, was treated for a tumor that may not have been life-threatening. Routine screening has traditionally been recommended by the task force and the American Cancer Society for all women over the age of 40. The American Cancer Society has not changed its stance, but the task force issued new guidelines in 2009 recommending mammography every 2 years for women 50 to 74 years old. Dr. Elizabeth Arleo of Well Medical College of Cornell University and lead researcher examined the impact of the revised task force guidelines on women 40 to 49 years of age and 65 years and older. Arleo analyzed data on screening mammography at New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical Center between 2007 and 2010. Over those 4 years, 43,351 mammograms were performed, leading to the detection of 205 breast cancers. Nearly 20% of cancers detected with screening mammography were found in women in their 40s. She presented her findings at the Radiological Society of North America meeting in Chicago. Arleo dismissed the NEJM analysis, calling the premise and conclusions of the analysis flawed, mostly because no one can say for sure which cancers would have progressed to an advanced or life-threatening state. We need to understand the biology of cancer so we know what cancers to treat. Until the question is answered, screening is our best shot, she said. She acknowledged that false positives are a problem of widespread screening. For every test, you have to do a risk-benefit analysis, not just for mammography, Arleo added. Up next, after the break, your 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. More on local weather after this short break.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, though I'm not fair. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at Ctc Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At Ctc Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. Ctc Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Ctc News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
Welcome back, and this is our 3-day weather forecast for this evening. On Station Sabre tonight, November 28th, we'll have scattered showers with a temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 14 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, November 29th, scattered showers with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 16 miles per hour. On Friday, November 30th, scattered showers with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 16 miles per hour. We now move to St. Martin tonight, November 28th. Scattered showers with a temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, November 29th, scattered showers with a temperature of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. On Friday, November 30th, scattered showers with a temperature of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east at 10 miles per hour. That was your 3-day weather forecast for the islands Statia, Sabre, and St. Martin. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been another edition of Ctc News. Ctc News can also be viewed on Ctc's official website, www.ctcreativity.com, or you can tune into Ctc Radio on 101.9 FM. We also would like to inform you that later this evening at 8:30 p.m., the Independent Council Lady, Millicent Liefrock Marsden, will be making a public address to all tuned in to Ctc. That is 8:30 p.m. on Ctc, a public address by the Independent Council Lady, Millicent Liefrock Marsden. Until Friday, we'll be back and do have a good evening.